Hello everybody, it's Harrison. I'm back with the March 15th Noodle Weather video. We got all of a sudden, it's looking kind of exciting. So let's sit back and I'll show you what's going on. March 15th, 2018. Now, it's a beautiful day. Here is the Decatur Skycam. It's live. It looks pretty awesome out there. You can barely see a cloud in the sky, if anything. And that's Madison. Again, you cannot see any clouds because it is super dry. But it feels absolutely amazing out there. 66 degrees, I think, last time I checked. It's beautiful. There's the radar. Nothing's going on. Nothing at all. It's just a wonderful day. Now, let's get into the serious stuff. This is tomorrow, Friday. There is a standard slight risk that now includes Memphis in the southwestern part of Tennessee, extreme southwestern part of Tennessee. Part of the Mississippi Delta, southeastern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and that's just the standard slight risk. And the marginal risk has been extended a little bit into Alabama and a little bit north, so that's going to include Lauderdale County now. Limestone, not in it right now, and I don't think that we have any severe weather risk beyond that, beyond 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, but yeah, I'll get into that. Now, this is Saturday. Again, it shows kind of what I was saying there. We're not in any severe weather risk. The marginal risk does include part of Texas, parts of just a tiny part of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi Delta, or central Mississippi. That does not include any part of Alabama. And this is day 4. This is the system that comes after the Saturday or the Friday and Saturday system. This includes parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the Mississippi Delta. The Mississippi Delta does get kind of hammered with severe weather for the past couple of years, but that's besides the point. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is tomorrow, Friday, at around 5 or 6 o'clock. And as you can tell, the severe weather at that point or the convection at that point, the storms, are kind of down the Mississippi River. And tomorrow, yeah, they have that severe weather risk tomorrow, and that does include a risk for hail, gusty winds, and maybe a couple tornado warnings tomorrow. But nothing huge, nothing significant, but obviously it is something to keep an eye on. And that moves in 6 a.m. That's 6 a.m. on Saturday morning, and that does start to move in there within 1001 millibar low near Kansas City. So we're gonna have to watch that. But the NAM doesn't really show much anything. That's just scattered storms, or not scattered storms. That's just scattered rain showers. And I agree with it. I don't think there's going to be anything big coming in here. It's kind of lost that thought from yesterday where it was thinking that maybe there would be another resurgence of storms right over the northern half of the state. I don't think so, but we'll keep an eye on it. And I think if anything, it would just be a wind threat, nothing else. But there's going to be very little rain. It's not going to be widespread. It's just going to be scattered across the state. So this is later that day. This is 6 p.m. and as you can tell, it moves out. Gets significantly weaker. It's 1,006 millibar low, getting near the Appalachians of Tennessee, and the front starts to kind of idle out, and it kind of just stops there, and it's going to stop in the south part of Alabama. And on Sunday, it clears out, and the 997 millibar low starts to form in Colorado. So that's our next system. But when it comes to the day on Sunday, the day will be dry on Sunday, and Sunday should be a pretty good day. You were looking at highs 69 degrees. That's almost 70s, and I would not be surprised if anybody got into the 70s in Alabama. This is Monday morning, and this is a huge part of this system. There's convection, as you can tell, a lot of convection coming in here. At that point, it's in central Mississippi, moving into Alabama at that point. If that thing stalls out, then our severe weather risk the next day kind of stops. But this thing, the GFS, says this part of this convection is going to get out of here. That's that afternoon, Monday afternoon. As you can tell, it's clearing out, and there's only very scattered and isolated rain showers in the southern part of the state, which gives way for some instability. And as you can see, it moves out. And here's the instability. This is 3 p.m. on Monday. And that's pretty good. That's over 1,000 millibars, and that's pretty sufficient. But as you can tell, the southern half of the state, a little bit more sufficient. But this is the supercell composite from the GFS. That is at 3 p.m. Monday, and it maxes out, I think, at 9.4 near just north of Tuscaloosa. So that's something to keep an eye on. It doesn't really match up with the instability, but I mean, that's something definitely to watch. And Monday, we could have some severe weather. And look at this. This is just this is crazy. We got a PDS tornado as a potential hazard type. That's the sounding off the GFS near Tuscaloosa. I think north of Tuscaloosa, Hackleburg. That's where I took it, Hackleburg. That's a PDS tornado of the potential hazard type. But I don't want to scare anybody, obviously, because, again, this is 5 days in the future, and this probably will change. So I don't really expect anything big, giant on Monday, but watch, I think we could have some strong to severe storms on Monday, depending on where that convection kind of, levels out. If it's going to stay here for a while throughout the day, then our severe weather chances kind of plummets. But if it moves out of here or it doesn't really come together at all, then our severe weather chances go up significantly. So Monday is a day to watch, and I'm pretty excited to watch it through the next couple of days. Moving on. This is 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The low pressure system does not weaken. It keeps on going to the northeast, and as you can see, some snow comes with that. That looks like the beginning of maybe a nor'easter. Now that I'm looking, there's a 998 millibar low trying to form over the Carolinas. So that day is going to be windy and it's going to be cold. As you can, like, the pressure's pretty high here, pretty low here. I mean, and it'll be pretty cold from the back end of the system, and it gets even colder on Wednesday. We're looking at 57 degrees is the high. 35 degrees is the low. It'll probably get lower than that overnight, and that it'll probably be another freeze event overnight in those 2 days. And there's Thursday, kind of the same thing, but it does begin to warm up just a little bit, and so that's the end of the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. All of a sudden things are looking a little bit more eventful for the weather. But so, yes, I'll see you either tomorrow or the next day.